Good morning.
Good morning.
We got a little bit of snow overnight again. It keeps coming. We need to get this house insulated. We also need to get the pasture fence finished, and we're this close. I think just about on both of that parts.
Right. Nothing's done, but we're close.
Nothing's done. We're getting close on both of them.
Yeah.
For sure. We're trying to work around the weather for all of this stuff right now outside. We need to start tearing apart some more stuff. I know, guys, just when we think we're done taking stuff apart, there's more to do. This window's got to get replaced. This window's got to get replaced. So does that window. And then there's a door over here. This door, the whole door, the screen door and the man door are getting omitted. We don't need two front doors side by side. So this will actually give us more room for hanging coats and stuff like that on the inside. So pretty much this whole front wall, siding has got to come out, and then we got to do some reframing, make some window openings a little bit bigger, make one a little bit smaller. So this whole front will have a new look. And then we got to figure out what we want to do for lights out here. If we want to do like this wall sconces, or if we want to do some ceiling lights, and we got to make sure that the rough wiring is all ran before we get it insulated.
So when Al tore apart the wall over here, I did talk him out of not ripping the whole porch down at that time. So I hope that was a good decision. We are going to go ahead and rip all the siding and everything off now and fix some things that we want to take our door out and all the things and put new windows in. So hopefully I don't regret having him wait, because we didn't want to make it really, really ugly.
So the whole front of this porch is going to be getting unsided, new windows changed out. So we're going to reside it in the future. We want to do it with something different. What do you guys think we should do in here? Should we do shiplap that's like nickel spaced?
So also on the back, which you saw in earlier videos, we ripped the windows out there and the siding got changed out. So that's going to have different siding. So this, I think this siding and that siding should match on both sides, so it comes together. Because we are leaving the other siding, the original siding, on the rest of the house, but the bottom parts are going to be changed. So let us know what you think.
We probably won't take it down right now, but I also want to redo the ceiling, I believe, with like a tongue and groove pine, V-groove or something, and have a nice clear coated ceiling out here for the porch. I think that would look really sharp.
That'd be nice.
And we could even do some recessed can lights at that point.
Oh, is that poop? Ew. Ew,
Somebody
look at all
was
that poop.
living back there.
I was just going to say, I think we're going to find ourselves finding some more poop, because I do find a lot of poop end up on this like little patio area. And so I'm not surprised that this happened, but right there, it's kind of weird, but it's kind of sad, isn't it, to take this down?
No, I don't think so.
I'm kind of sad
I'm
about
used
it.
to remodeling now, so I'm fine with it.
You're fine with it now?
Yep.
Now I was going to take down my window box. I'm not a fan of the scallop, but I do like the window box.
I think it'll give us more room on the porch, not having it. Well, it started coming off on its own.
Ew. Some old dirt in there. One down.
One down. I think on this side we'll pull all the siding, we'll take all the foam board off, and then we'll just re-foam board it. It'll be a lot easier instead of trying to piece in all the little parts and pieces, is what I'm thinking. Look at all them flies.
Oh, you want to take that down?
Oh, we gotta take all the siding down.
I meant the light. I said, I wonder what happened to the top of that one.
I don't know. It looks like it used to be screwed on. I riveted on, so it broke off somehow. It seems so blank, but I like it. I feel like we have more room. Maybe it's because the window box isn't protruding out. I don't know.
Oh, plus we picked it up. There's no more chairs.
We cleaned
and
up all of
stuff.
our mess out here.
Yeah.
All right, we got a little bit more to take down, and then we got to figure out everything. And we might have to take the ceiling down right now too, because we got to be able to get up high, and that's kind of messing with that. So I'm pretty sure everything is going to come down today. All of it. Bunch of stuff back here too. I think it's all fly stuff. Poof. I don't know, maybe we should go back to the original green.
I don't think so.
You think so?
No. Do you like that?
No. But somebody did at one point.
I'm not a fan.
All right, so the window is just done right to the boards. All right, that's kind of what I thought. They had a dado set in, and the wires that just ran down the wall. It must come from the ceiling, because on the inside, there's no wiring in the wall coming out for these sconces. There we go.
There you go. Oh, I thought you said you were done tearing apart things.
Except for this. Hopefully that's it. Yeah, see, they grooved it out in the backside. And that nail was pretty darn close to the wire.
Nice.
It didn't go through anywhere, but...
You have like aphid in your beard or something.
I got an aphid in my beard.
Other side. Gross.
Is that why I keep smelling them? It's stuck on my face. All right, might as well take off the door first. It'll be easier. I'm so glad we don't use regular screws anymore.
Oh. Got it.
Now that we have all of the siding removed out there, I had to come back in here and refigure. So these 2x4s are 3¼ inches, no, 3¾ of an inch thick. Some spots are a little bit thicker than that. So I can't use a standard 2x4 because a standard 2x4 is 3½ inches thick. So we need to run to the hardware store, get some 2x6s and rip them down to 3¼ of an inch, 3¾ of an inch. Keep getting tongue twisted there. So that way all of our 2x4s are the right width, if that makes sense. And while we're there, we're going to pick up some zip board so that way we can plug up the door. We're going to get some new foam board. All of our windows did come in. Well, my main goal is to get this wall done. But in here, it's going to be nice not having a door here. So that way in the future, we can hang like jackets in here. That'll kind of be like a little closet mudroom before we go upstairs to the office. It'll just be, we can have like a rack here for hanging coats and boots. And then same over here. It's close to the front door, but we just don't need this door. So that'll be nice. So let's head to the hardware store, pick up what we need. I made a list and we'll get what we need. Then we can get back here. And then we got to rip down our lumber. That's kind of one of the crazy things when you're working on older houses. There's like stages of when the lumber got changed. Like rough stone lumber was dimensional, say 2x4s. They were really 2 inches thick by 4 inches thick. And then once we started planing them, they've kind of like shrunk them up. So they were like, some of the ones that are KD in there are 3 5/8. Most of them are 3¾ of an inch, which is weird. Before they got into standard dimensions, who knows what you had? We've run into all sorts of the lumber issues in here. So one of those things you got to check. Cause it's like, oh yeah, no, I can't just grab my 2x4s because my 2x4s aren't the right width. So yeah, it's just kind of one of those funny things. Well, unfortunately, Lowe's did not have the foam board that we need. They're all out of 3/4 inch foam board. So we gotta run down the street to Home Depot. Hopefully they have some in stock. Luckily, our Home Depot is right next door. All right, so Lowe's doesn't have 3/4 inch. Home Depot doesn't stock it at all. I want to say I saw a label at Lowe's for it, if I remember correctly, but they didn't have any. I have a call into our other lumber yard that we usually get a lot of our stuff from. If I know ahead of time, I call our local lumber yard. But if I'm in a pinch and I'm like, oh, I need to do this, I run out and get it at Lowe's and Home Depot. So I'll wait for a call back from them, see if they have 3/4 inch foil back foam insulation in stock. If not, we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do next. If our local lumber yard doesn't have it or can't get it easily, I think what I'll do is I'll take all the stuff off on the porch off, because that's 3/4 inch and the same as the rest of the house, and I'll use that on the back side of the house where we need it, where their windows are not going and are going, where we got to patch areas, and then we should have enough for patching if we use it. And then I'll do 1 inch foam board on the front, if that makes sense. So wait for a phone call back, but I just came up with a game plan if we can't get the 3/4 inch. It's one of the things you got to learn to do is pivot in life. When you're remodeling an old house, you really need to learn how to pivot and make changes as you're going and figure things out. Otherwise, you'll get stumped quite a bit. So I think this will be a good pivot if I can't get 3/4 inch foam. All right, so these ones measure 3 3/4 of an inch. Those ones, 3 3/4 of an inch. The ones over here, these ones over here measure 3 5/8. Over here we have 3 5/8. So I just got a phone call back. The other lumber yard that we use, they actually do stock 3/4 inch foam board, so they will deliver that tomorrow. All right, I just had to mill up some more lumber. I'm gonna get this door taken out first. We'll get this replaced, get it all resheathed. Hopefully today, the foam boards that we ordered are going to show up. They're supposed to be, but sometimes there's just hiccups in delivery. So if there's foam boards that show up, we can cover that all back up with foam, because we do have a bunch of cracks that are letting in a bunch of cold air there. And then we definitely need to do over here where we took the windows out. That would help warm it up in here a lot better. It's supposed to be warmer today, but right now it is chilly and raw out. So yeah, I cannot wait until we have everything done in here so we can get it spray foamed and have all of the installation done. It should heat a lot better in here. Right now, don't get me wrong, it's 57 degrees in here, so it's not bad, but it'll be a lot better when we can keep it 57 and the heat's running a lot less because it's a lot better insulated, if you know what I mean. The worst part about taking this door off is we're gonna let all the cold air in for a little bit. Oh.
Oh, I don't really think that's you.
No, I was taking the plywood with it. Want me to save your curtain?
Yeah,
You do?
I think I do.
What are you gonna do with that?
I don't know. I'm not ready to part with it yet.
Get it all the way up. There's 1, 2, 3. Now we're really gonna let the cold air in. We better work fast.
We just tried to get everything all heated up, and now we're letting it out.
Let it out. I should run my oscillating tool down here and cut this off so we don't mess up whatever this is. Or you try prying this off by itself first. Figure out how they got this in. Well.
Chunk by chunk.
Yep. Piece by piece, it's coming up.
That's better.
Lots of nails in this one.
What do you
Use
say?
it as a spike trap. I'll cut this board out, but I'll do that after. We'll get the hole filled in first.
Yeah.
And then we'll worry about, try to keep the heat in the best we can.
It looks so different. It already does look so different.
I think that might be it.
Really? There was nothing on the other side?
That's it. The trim boards were holding most of it in.
Wow. That's pretty crazy.
So this 2x4 right here only goes up to here. it doesn't go all the way up. So I'm gonna try to get my sawzall behind this, cut this out. I'll put a new 2x4 in so we can sister up half on the boards, half on our new sheathing, and that will go all the way up here. And we'll omit one, which will make it better for insulating. And then we got our, this one we got to cut back here so we can put our new sheathing on it. And I just got to put 1, 2 on after. So that'll work. Perfect.
So from the interior of this, we are going to plan on kind of using this like kind of a little closet, keeping room, of course, to get up the stairs and everything. But we have this whole deep area that we can hang coats, put shoes and stuff until we eventually go ahead and put a small mudroom on the other side over here. Good. Nice, nice, nice.
I gotta pick it up.
You need to pick it up.
Whisk.
Do you need the crowbar underneath or something? Okay.
Make sure I'm actually hitting stuff.
All right. How's it look? Are you hitting it?
I'm not seeing any nails, so I gotta be right on the money. Perfect. All right, so we need 7/8 of an inch thickness of sheathing for outside boards. And the easiest way to get that is 2 7/16 sheets of sheathing. So that's why we're doing 2 of them. And I'm not using zip board because this is all under roof, under cover. It's never gonna see weather, so we don't need the extra protection of the zip board. And then we're gonna be putting some foam board on over this, so that will be the weather barrier on top of it, and it's under the covered porch. So
Watch out.
I like it.
Oh,
Perfect. I like that. All right, we got that buttoned up now. It looks so much bigger out here with this. It's kind of crazy. We'll have so much more usable wall space outside and inside, which will be nice. Once our foam board shows up, we can put foam board over this and get a little bit of R value. The foam board we're using is about an R5, so we'll have the foam on the inside, and then we'll have R5 value on the outside. The biggest reason I like having the foam board on the outside is it's a thermal break. So all of the wood that's under it is not getting cold from the outside, so you're not transferring any of your heat from the inside out through your studs, because this outer layer is your thermal break, so it'll actually help heat the house a lot better than just the R5 value. It's adding that thermal break, which will be a huge benefit this winter.
it makes this area seem so much bigger too, not having a door in here. This is going to be really nice to have this extra space, because we don't currently have like a entry like place to keep our shoes and stuff. I know we don't need it at this moment, but once we have the house all back together, we want a place to be able to put all of our shoes, our hats and stuff. This is a small area, but a big area. So we're really happy to have this area for that until we go ahead and make a small mudroom eventually sometime in the future on the other side of the house.
It'll be nice once the foam board is up and all of our daylight goes away. It'll be a lot warmer. So this is where we're going to end this video. It feels good to have the door closed in. It feels really good to have all of the siding off on the porch, because that means we can start tackling the other windows at some point. But we're keeping an eye on the weather right now to see what is the next project. So this is where we're going to end this video. Thanks for coming along on our farmhouse renovation journey with us, guys. You're a huge blessing to us in the farm. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and we'll see you right back here in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.